Now, on this International Rural Women's Day, I would like to appeal to the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, now also known as the Global Goals, and the 169 targets that have been set for implementation by 2030. Now, as an Institute for Agriculture for Research and Development, I would like to focus particularly what do these mean for agriculture, with an emphasis on how do we promote gender equality and ensure that all women alongside men have the same quality of life as every other individual. Now, as a sociologist and a gender specialist at ICRISAT, I would like to focus on one target, that is reducing the workload of women. This is particularly important for me. As we all know, in each and every society, women are playing multiple roles, taking part in the care economy, fetching water and fuel wood for the entire family, alongside participation in agriculture, livestock care, and also community services. Now, for rural women, having access to safe drinking water at their doorstep continues to be a dream. So, as agriculture specialists and as research for development people, and as we all have a stake in rural development, we should appeal to policymakers and programs such that every woman has access to safe drinking water at their doorstep. This could reduce their workload considerably, and the time thus saved could be used on more productive activities. A second important thing that I would like to focus, which is also related to reducing workload, is access to basic sanitation services, especially for women. As we know, 60% of rural women in India continue to defecate in the open. They continue to do not have an access to a sanitation service. Now, it's not just access to a toilet that is important, but also the ways and means to use that toilet every day is more important. Now, in the semi-arid tropics such as India and other parts of the world, where water is a binding constraint, we should recognize that water is a constraint for women, and then having to walk long hours to fetch water for other purposes, not just for cooking and drinking, means an additional workload. So if the governments and the programs ensure to provide toilets at every household such that they can be used, and this could mean toilets that use less water or toilets that have chemical facilities that can disintegrate the waste easily without contaminating the soil water, would be a great asset for women. Now, when we say of agriculture, we are already making great progress into promoting nutrition-enhanced interventions through agriculture. But alongside this, another aspect that we should not forget is to address the structural inequalities that women face in agriculture and in society at large. This means that they should have access as well as rights to land and other productive resources. Now, when I say access, I would not just mean that they have the access to the resource, but also control over the resource, which is more important, because having control to productive resources means that they will be able to make decisions, strategic decisions that could change their lives, that could improve their lives, and thereby their families and the communities at large. We all should advocate a collective advocacy, in fact, such that we empower rural women through our action plans and implementation of programs, such that women become the key game changers for ensuring nutrition and food security of not just their families and households, but of the communities, the nation, and the world as a whole.